about what we were talking about with the Woodman insurance.
Well, I believe where we were discussing the points of our insurance being not just insurance, the scholarships that are available. Once you have insurance with Modern Women of America, as long as you have had your policy for 2 years, you are now entitled to 100% of a scholarship. All you have to do is apply. Now, of course, you do have to have your grades up. You do have to make sure that you have done your work, because they don't just grant them to any and everybody. We do give out 46 scholarships every year, and each year that you earn one, you can come back and apply for another one. The scholarships, as you know, it's not cheap to go to college.
No, it's not.
I had a young lady just yesterday wanted to know if she could get some assistance. $16,000 for a semester. And she's not in the state. She wants to go out of state. So I was like, you know, you don't wait until the last minute to start that process. You want to get that process started earlier in life. And I often tell parents, you know, if you want your children to go to college, then the time to start saving for that is when they're young. When they're born would be a great time.
Yeah.
But if you haven't done it by the time they are 6 years old, then you're a little bit behind the power curve, because every quarter that you can save, every dollar you can save, every penny you can save, you can put away for that college. And it's easier when you're doing it in small increments, because then it's not a big penalty, you know, it's not a big punch to your budget. So we not only do scholarships, we do ecology programs.
Now, is the approval process real stringent for everybody, or is it on a case-by-case basis?
It's case-by-case. It's not stringent. You fill out the necessary paperwork. Of course, your grades and your attendance in college or in school plays a precedent in that process. We only ask that you be early enough to be considered. By January the 1st of every year, if you have not put in your application, it's already too late for that current year. So usually by the time you are a sophomore in high school, I try and tell parents, get it done then. Because by the time they're seniors, the process is already in works, and they have already accumulated the time that they need to get those grades in place. And they can be considered. By the time they graduate, they've got their scholarship. It's a done deal. But if you don't have that information already put in place, then you're behind the power curve and you will not be considered. I've had some people who start when they're in their junior year. Well, your insurance can only help you if you get in before your junior year. You have to have that 2-year inside the insurance before you can be considered. So I try and get parents before the kids get to their sophomore year. Catch them when they're still in junior high, you know, before they get to high school. Because by the time you get to high school, you're consumed enough. You need to be concentrating on your grades, and if you're going to college, a lot of kids don't know if they're going to go to college or not, or if they're going to have the means to go to college. So that's why I tell parents, get it in place before, because by the time they get to high school, it's not a thought that you have to crunch to get to. It's a thought that, okay, it's already there. If you want to go, we have something in place that's going to make it easier for you.
Now, do you travel to different schools and give out this information? Do you have meetings with parents?
I meet with any school, any individual, any church, any civic organization, any social club. You say where, I say when.
So you really don't set up the meetings. There's other people that come to you and say, I want to set this up to get teaching and training, because I've never heard of this program ever before.
You know, Modern Women doesn't advertise. We don't do advertisements. Our agents that work here in the city, they go out individually and work in the community. In San Antonio, I am the only black female agent.
That's all right.
In the city.
That's all right.
And I felt like when I found that information out, I had a large network to work with. Because if I'm the only one, then I have all the schools in our area. I have all the churches in our area. I have all the social clubs, all of the attachments to the black community, to the Hispanic community, to help our people get this information, because like you said, it's not known, and it's not going to be advertised. The only way you get it is you have to know someone who is in that venue, and that's me.
So what would be a good contact number for you or a good address to reach you at?
I'm at the YMCA from 4:30 to 7:30 every Tuesday and every Thursday.
Now, which one is this one?
This is the Davis Scott YMCA at 1213 Iowa Street, right across the street from St. Gerard's. Church's Chicken, it's right over there. Pittman Sullivan Park, we're right on that corner. The march, the Martin Luther King March, comes right to our site every year. You can reach me on a cell phone, which is open 24 hours a day. My mailbox is never full. It's 210-857-7719. I am constantly anywhere and everywhere. I usually go to Second Baptist, which is my home church, at 8 o'clock service, so I'm free after my 9 o'clock hour so that I can visit any entity that wants to have this information.
So if anybody wanted to volunteer or donate, is that possible?
Of course.
Could they go through you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Or they can go to the YMCA and make that point of contact, and they get in touch with me.
Now, what other activities do you have going on at the YMCA? Because I know there's a lot of things that they do there, but the community also doesn't know about what they do and what resources that are out there. So just name off a couple of things that you
Well,
do.
one of the things that I'm really excited about, and these are the exercise classes. I call them exercise classes because I'm not an exercise person. I have done all I can do, and if I do any more, I'm just going to be adding to the fat. The Zumba classes, we have Zumba. We have another class that's after Zumba, coercion. It's a new kind of exercise. There's also active older adults who prefer not to be called senior citizens, but they have water aerobics. Our water aerobics is a very high energetic. We have swimming lessons for the kids. We've got all these programs that are currently running right now. There's basketball for the boys. There's flag football for the boys. Even some girls who are wanting to get into that. So we're getting ready to start that. We also have the Boy Scouts at the YMCA. We're trying to get the Cub Scouts group started. So if those who are under the age of 12 who want to get in Cub Scouts, please come to the Y. We want all of our kids there. So the Cub Scouts are currently our latest project because they're the youngest. But Boy Scouts is doing a great job of growing, and we're looking for more Boy Scouts. So we're trying to also start Girl Scouts. So we have several projects that we're working on at the YMCA. If you need any information, 532-0932, area code 210. Just contact the Y. If you can't afford it, that's where the scholarships come in. We will help you fund your activities. So just let us know what you need, and we will help you out with it.
And I was definitely going to ask about the fees for each and every different program. Is it the same across the board, or?
No, the fees vary. There is a $99 enrollment fee for you to become a part of the Y, but everything is negotiable according to your income.
I think I need to go ahead and get my kids started in the YMCA. How about that, James?
You got it.
All right. And
that indoor pool is a fabulous
I know that's right. And we're going to hold that thought and go ahead and go to the next song. And take it, James.